Welcome back to XGen Investor. I'm your host, Jake James Vogel. Today, I want to talk about my personal ethics. Now, my ethics might be different than yours, and I'm definitely not trying to say that I know everything and I am the end all be all, but I try to invest within my own ethical framework. And many of the investments I'm going to discuss today are focused on energy saving in one way, shape, or the another. Um, I have one company that is literally saving lives. And there's the last company I'm going to mention is the best in its industry, according to me, at building community. Metallium, formerly called MTM Critical Metals, uses flash Joule heating technology in the mining and urban mining space. It's a very energy efficient process, and that allows them to extract metals from either ore or e-waste very efficiently. The e-waste front is a real big deal for me. They basically can take decades and decades of waste that is just littering the planet, and they can easily, maybe not easily, but they can quickly extract all the metals that are in that waste. So they're getting rid of the problem of the waste, and they're producing. They're going to be producing starting in Q1 of next year the metals that we need to build the future. So energy efficient process, producing the metals that we need for the electrification of everything. It's a clear winner in my book. Now I'm going to talk about Hydrograph, Graphene Manufacturing Group, and First Graphene. These are all graphene companies. If you don't know, graphene makes everything lighter, stronger. It's a great insulator. It's a better conductor of electricity than copper. It just has so many different ways it can save energy when it gets into things. And Hydrograph makes the purest graphene on the market. So they're going to do great. Graphene Manufacturing Group, they are more of a graphene products company. Their products include Thermal XR, which is something that you coat HVAC systems with, and it makes them more efficient. They have G lubricant, which you add to like a diesel truck's engine to reduce fuel consumption by 10 to 20%. They also are working on an aluminum ion battery and a graphene slurry for lithium ion batteries to make them, more efficient. So I think the sky's the limit for that one. First Graphene, I do believe that they derive their graphene from graphite, which may be a problem, but they are making perovskite solar panels better. So they just came out with a press release this week that you can find if you're interested. Versus AI. This is kind of groundbreaking because we all think about AI and you're like, oh, the data centers, they're going to suck up all the energy. There's not going to be energy for the homes and places where they're data centers. And versus, they don't need data centers. Their AI is beating all the LLMs that require the data centers on all the different benchmark tests. And they can operate on a MacBook. They beat OpenAI o1 that was running on a data center with a MacBook. So it's an energy efficient AI. It's based on Carl Friston's free energy principle. Active inference is going to be on the edge. It's going to be all around us, and it's going to not be the big energy suck that is LLM AI. Amprius Technologies, they make lithium ion batteries, but they have a special cathode that's silicon based, and they're focusing on aerospace. So drones, eVTOLs, that kind of thing. And they have a lot of their batteries are incredibly energy dense. I think that if we can convert some of our air traffic away from jet fuel, That'll be good for the environment and be a general savings of energy. Invinity Energy Systems. They have vanadium flow batteries that are great for utility scale solar installations. Solar plus battery, I don't know if you know this, is the cheapest way to generate electricity. Also, when you have a system that generates electricity that is renewable, like solar plus battery or wind, um, you convert a vast majority of the costs from the variable to fixed, right? Because you don't have to pay for the sun. There are no input costs. So you don't need to constantly buy that fuel or that gas or whatever it is to generate energy. You just use the sun, just like with hydropower. You just use the flow of the water. And once you build the thing, then you just produce more and more energy every day. So I'm super excited about Invinity Energy Systems and their vanadium flow batteries, which are safer, by the way, than lithium ion. In that realm, another company, I have a very small stake. It's highly risky, but I'm just watching it because Alltech batteries, they have a solid state sodium chloride battery system also for utility scale projects. Um, I'm watching them closely. I think that there might be a time where I allocate a larger percentage of my portfolio to them, but I'm waiting. BrainChip is a company that has a flagship product called the Akita Neuromorphic Processor. It's a first to market solution that brings high efficiency AI processing directly to edge devices, enabling local data analysis with very low power draw and minimal latency. So I have a small stake in BrainChip. I'm watching them. Weebit Nano, they have resistive random access memory, which is basically better than flash memory. I did a recent episode on Weebit. ReRAM is a form of non-volatile memory that retains data even when power is lost, and it combines high performance, low power consumption, and simplified integration with conventional semiconductor fabrication processes, making it a compelling successor to traditional flash memory. Now for the life-saving company. A friend of mine basically told me that Madrigal Pharmaceuticals, their drugs saved her life. She had a disease called MASH, and it's characterized by liver inflammation and scarring due to fat accumulation. And if left untreated, it can quickly lead to cirrhosis, liver failure, and even liver cancer. Now, she told me that she no longer has a fatty liver since she started taking this medicine. If Madrigal can prove out their greater effects to their pharmaceuticals, if they could like reduce like sclerosis of the liver, if that's possible, I mean, the sky's the limit. She and I both decided that we'd buy one share in this company. It's not cheap, but we wanted to watch it and see what happens. And if it does, go down in a market downturn, I'm ready to deploy some more capital. And finally, the community building company. I follow a lot of different mining companies. I've been in and out of a lot of different mining companies as an investor. And out of all the companies, there's one company that handles community relations the best in a way that I just was shocked. And that's Aris Mining. Now, Aris primarily operates in Colombia. And in Colombia, there was a problem or a perceived problem of local artisanal miners who were considered to be illegal miners. And the problem is that, they have bad processes for getting the minerals out of the ore. And Eris has decided to partner with those groups and they basically the artisanal miners bring them the ore and they process that and they do a revenue split. So they pay a fair price for the ore, more than they would get from not getting all the metals out of the ore, and it's a win-win. And they've been able to help convert some of these formerly illegal miners into legal mining operations and really built community in Colombia where their projects are located. So that's it. I hope you have a great weekend. Take care.